Hey you guys, I'm Shreya, and today we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna talk about letting things take time, and I'm gonna make an art piece while I talk to you about that. I'm gonna make a painting of lemons, which is why I'm wearing yellow. Why lemons? Because I feel like life is giving me some lemons right now. I don't know what my career is. I'm doing a lot of long distance this year with my fiance. I have no idea where money is going to come from in the next year. I don't know how the fuck this video is going to look like. So grab yourself a coffee and let's go. Personally, sometimes I feel very entitled. I think that if I trust the process, I should be guaranteed a result, right? For instance, when I look at somebody's Instagram or YouTube journey and I see that, okay, they have 150 to 200 videos and they're on 1 million followers. So if I put that kind of input, I should have that too, right? But realistically, that's not promised at all. How could it be? That's not how things work. And just because it worked a certain way for somebody else, it's not guaranteed to work for me or you. And it's never a fixed output, even if you emulate the steps exactly. Or if someone got to a certain stage in their lives by following certain steps, I think that if I follow those steps exactly, I should be there too. I'm entitled to be there. And on the other hand, obviously, my brain knows that that's not how it works. Life is extremely unpredictable and serendipitous, which is terrifying but also makes life beautiful. But I guess I'm so much in need of control of my own life, or I'm so terrified of not knowing what's going to happen. I feel like if there's somebody that I admire and I follow the exact same steps, I can save myself from the uncertainty that life is. And for this need of getting to some external goal, like making X amount of money in X amount of time, or making this video to get X amount of followers, I sometimes don't let myself create freely. I would think that, oh, I should make this video because this one will work the most. And yes, I agree that strategic thinking is very important, of course. But I'm addressing the impatience that I have, where I feel like I just want to get to a random destination as fast as possible. And I feel like that's also why I burnt out, because I was just trying to get somewhere really fast. And we all know that people who treat life like that are not the most happiest ones. And I personally want to be a person who can be present in their life, enjoy the creation process, and not just jump from goal to goal and wait for a new milestone to actually feel happy. And running after number driven goals feels like running like this to me. Because once you do get there, you feel like, what next? And that's happened to me multiple times. And in my experience, usually chasing a number does not even make sense. Like, I would think that if my video got to 100k, it would be so cool. And then once that happened, I would feel like if my video got to 200k, that would be so cool. And yes, it would feel cool for a few hours, but then it would just be the next round figure. When I actually stop and think about how stupid that is, we don't even count like that in India. Like, we would probably go from 1 lakh to 10 lakhs and not from 100k to 200k. And in chasing that number, I forget that creating things actually takes time. I find myself constantly trying to optimize to get somewhere, and why I'm dying to get there specifically, I don't even know. And in trying to get somewhere in the most optimized way, we start thinking of everything and everyone as an inconvenience. That certainly happened to me a lot of times. And also, I find myself and other people my age saying things like, I wish to get by 1 million by the age of 30. But why? Why are we saying these things? Sure, I mean, a lot of shit in our lives would get convenient and we would have a house and we would have a fancy lifestyle and whatnot. But that would become really normal to us really quick, because life always finds a new baseline and we would be scrambling to maintain that lifestyle. Something very similar happened to me. I used to think, how cool would it be if I made 50 LPA? Where that number came from, I have no idea, because my cost of living at that time in Bangalore was 50 to 60k a month. And if I was traveling, maybe 1 lakh a month. So where that number came from, I have no fucking clue. It just sounded very cool, I guess. And I think I'm just addicted to round numbers. And surely one day my salary did become 72 LPA. And did it feel cool? Oh, hell yes, it felt so cool. I never thought I would make that much money in my wildest dreams, because at just 24, I was making 25k a month. So I never thought that by 28 I would be making that kind of money. I would secretly feel so smug when my mom slipped that number into conversations. I would be very embarrassed, but also I would feel very cool about myself. It gave me a huge boost in my confidence. Anyway, once that salary went away, my confidence plummeted, because a lot of days I would feel like that was such a crazy number that I definitely faked my way there. Because how can that same person be terrified of charging 1 lakh for a project? And the downside of that salary is that it would feel like a huge letdown if I took any if I took a job that paid lesser than that. And I definitely am not ready to bear the responsibility that comes with that salary. And that has kept me in such a state of inaction that I can't even find the energy to do freelance projects. And it's the same number that burned me out, because I would feel like if someone's paying me that much, I must prove I'm valuable. I must be available all the time. I must optimize as much as possible. I must be the best damn leader. I must show up all the time. And dude, it was so fucking tiring. Exhilarating for sure, extremely exciting, extremely ego boosting, but also extremely exhausting. And this is all to tell myself that it's okay if I don't make that salary again. It's okay if I take the time to explore other things. It's okay that I don't feel like designing right now. It's okay if I don't make crazy money on projects. I need to allow things to take time. Also, listening to music while doing some art is so fun, because you're listening to somebody else's creation while you are creating something. The base coat of leaves and lemons is done. So I'll finally tell you what the plan is. So I did this paint by number diamond art thing, which looks beautiful, by the way. I'll show you a picture. And I had all these leftover stones. So let's get to it. I think it'll look cool in the end. Day 2, painting the lemons. Why am I scared? I don't know. I'm not liking it yet. I like the composition, but I'm not loving the painting yet. Let's see. I've become so entitled in feeling that my input needs to have a fixed outcome, and I really want to stop feeling like that. I want to train myself in allowing things to take time, especially after working in a tech company where things were coming to life on computers. I feel like I forgot that building things takes time. For example, when I was a furniture designer and I would see carpenters make the furniture that I had designed, I knew why it was taking so much time, and I knew how much hard work goes into making it. But in the tech world, that's of course not how it works. And I think that makes us techies very impatient in the rest of our lives. I stopped making physical art for a few years because it was taking too much time and the output wasn't exactly predictable, because there was too much chance of things going wrong, and there wouldn't be a command Z in that case. We feel like we are entitled to have 1 million views in the first few videos. We feel like we are entitled to have a beautiful house in our first job. We feel like we are entitled to a lot of knowledge by watching YouTube summaries of a book instead of reading the actual book. We feel like we are entitled to feel energetic by drinking a coffee instead of actually working on our health. We feel like we are entitled to have great relationships by just looking physically nice without actually doing the tough work of character building. And I want to tell myself and you to allow things to take time, because there is beauty in that. The real enjoyment is in the process. Let it take years to find a house that you actually love. It's okay that you're living in a PG or an ugly house with orange walls. Don't forget to enjoy your current life just because you're chasing something else. Let it take years and shitty relationships to actually find the person you want to spend your life with. It takes a lot of back and forth and it takes a lot of self-work. Don't be in such a rush to be in a relationship that you're not allowing the time it takes to introspect and create your own personality and spend time with yourself and know what kind of life you want and what kind of partner you will accept. Let it take time to learn something new. Don't fool yourself into thinking that learning actual skills can be outsourced to AI, or that reading excerpts will give you a full gist of reading an actual book. Let your career take time. Don't feel entitled that you deserve to have what someone else has without knowing how much work they've put in. It's going to take years for you to get good at a lot of things that propel your career, and let them. Don't be so antsy and impatient that you forget to actually build connections and enjoy your time at work just to be somewhere else as quickly as possible. Let it take time to have great relationships with your family. It takes time to understand each other and give each other space to be who they are. It takes time to learn how to give up control. It takes time to learn to draw boundaries. It takes time for your parents to understand your choices and make sense of the decisions that you make. And when I look at certain things in my life, I'm really glad that it took time. If I had traveled all the countries in my 20s, I wouldn't be excited to explore the rest of the world with my partner. And I love the fact that we have so much to see together for the rest of our lives. I used to think I was so stupid that I spent so much time doing furniture design, and it would have been so much better if I did graphic design or UI UX design right from the beginning. But I wouldn't have learned how to save money and keep my expenses low. I wouldn't have learned how much time and patience it takes to build things. And now that I'm trying this YouTube thing, I need to remind myself that it's going to take a lot of time to come up with stories. It's going to take a lot of time to learn about filming, editing, color grading, using music. It's going to take a lot of time for people to trust me. It's going to take me a lot of time to experiment with different styles and formats. And it's okay and it's essential. It's okay that it's going to take hours of watching videos and learning. It's okay that a lot of my videos are not going to do well. It's okay that I'm going to put hours into something that nobody will watch. Because what would be the point of life if we knew exactly what was going to happen every single day? If you like that video, please consider subscribing because I would love to have you on my journey. And I'll see you in the next one.